Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. If you are new here, welcome. Today I would like to do a reading that is probably a little bit less popular. It is a reading about self-reflection and growth and meeting those darker parts of you, the truth that you like to keep hidden, right? So in the thumbnail of this video, I put a trigger warning. And so the reason why I wanted to do that is because when you are self-reflecting, when you're hearing information that you don't want to admit, the shadow side of yourself is being revealed. It can be very upsetting to some people. So a trigger, right? A trigger is a psychological stimulus that will prompt the memory of a traumatic experience. So, some of you could have a history of trauma. And, hearing some of the things that may be said in this video might upset you. In a perfect world, I won't upset anyone. But unfortunately, when we are self-reflecting and revealing our shadow self, it can be quite triggering and very upsetting for some people. So I just wanted to say that, and hopefully you have stuck around. So this video is, how well do you know yourself? Who are you in private? Who are you in public? And what do you need to work on, personally, right? I've also pulled some clarifier cards that I've stuck underneath these piles, these initial questions, to kind of help clarify the situation a little bit. Just remember, this reading is for thousands of people. So not everything said is going to be about you. So just make sure you take what resonates and leave the rest, right? Not everything is going to apply to you. There could be something as simple as one sentence that applies to you in a pile, and you may be drawn to more than one pile, and you can get multiple messages, but it doesn't mean that entire pile relates to you. So, what I want you to do is I really want you to take a few deep breaths and really kind of center yourself and clear your mind chatter. And when you have accomplished that, we'll go ahead and move forward. So pause the video if you need to. All right. So we have 5 piles here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have rose quartz, citrine, opal, green aventurine, and clear quartz. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So pile number 1. So we have clear quartz here. Now, rose quartz. So rose quartz is all about self-love. It's about forgiveness, compassion. It's about opening your heart. So this pile is about the basic concepts of the energy of rose quartz and what it has to offer. Okay. So we'll go ahead and start with the initial questions. So, who are you in private? We have the 9 of Swords here. This is someone who can become overwhelmed very easily. This is someone who has a lot of things going on in their life, a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things that they need to tend to, and they may or may not have a whole lot of help when it comes to some of the responsibilities that they have in life, right? This could be a single parent. This could be a sole provider for a child or children. This could, be somebody that has fallen on hard times. This could be somebody that deals with some type of mental health issues, anxiety, depression, some type of panic disorder. For some of you, I even hear autism or autism spectrum. Just their brain thinking differently and, things being more intense, right? The Eight of Swords. This is who you are in the public, who you show the world, how your truth translates into the outer reality. And this is somebody who I feel is running in circles. Somebody who really needs to admit what's going on in their life and what's going wrong in their life. Somebody who may or may not even be authentic with other people. And, some people can tell. Some people can tell, the underlying depression, the underlying issues that are at hand. The inner conflict within yourself. People can recognize that in the outer life and into the outer world. So I also feel like with the Eight of Swords, this could be like a brink of change type of issue, because we're almost at the end of the numerical cards here in this suit, and this is somebody who's basically on the edge of really kind of realizing what's wrong in their life, if they allowed themselves to, right? Because this is a lot going on here. I can, completely understand how, the overwhelming fear or anxiety could really hinder somebody's progress to make any type of change in their life. But people are recognizing this, and they recognize that something in your life needs to change. I also feel like, this individual might be a bit of a people pleaser, right? Even though people can recognize that there may not be, some good things going on right now in your life, I feel like you still kind of cater to the demands of others, right? And honestly, I feel like, by not catering to the demands of others, right? Being less tolerant of their demands and really focusing back on yourself and how you can really change your life and make the necessary changes to bring more abundance and happiness and joy into your life. I really think that could be a good thing for you to consider, is really caring for yourself a little bit more. And if you can't do something or you don't want to do something, you're not obligated to keep those plans with somebody. You don't have to say yes to occasions. It's okay to say no. It's okay to admit to yourself that is not something that will be in your highest good at that time because of whatever's going on in your life, right? You need to make more time for yourself and the issues that are surrounding your circumstance, and tackle one issue at a time. And, generally at that point, when you tackle enough issues, the problem begins to become solved. So we have the Princess of Cups, and this is what you need to work on, So this really kind of goes along with the rose quartz that we've got here about forgiveness and self-love, compassion, really opening your heart. I see a lot of pain and turmoil here, and a lot of inner conflict. And it's really affecting your life, and it's affecting your life to the point where, I'm sure there's quite a few people worried about you. And I feel like I feel like a pessimism type of attitude coming from this pile, and rightfully so, right? You've got a lot going on in your life, but at the same time, you have to shift your perspective in order to really kind of get a different point of view of the issues at hand and how you can begin to solve them, right? Because your life is your manifestation. And so, not saying that, you want bad things to happen, so bad things are going to happen. Bad things happen to good people too. But it is also your responsibility to bounce back from that. It's your responsibility to heal from that. It is your responsibility to direct your life. If you don't like it that way, of how whatever's going on in your life, then you need to change it. And with the universe and infinite possibilities, the law of attraction, that is something that is absolutely possible. Nothing stays forever, right? There's change. Things always change, right? Situations, circumstances always change. So, by developing a bit more, of an optimistic attitude and finding your lust for life again, and really focusing on your emotions and cultivating positive and joyful emotions, maybe even gratitude practice, there are things in your life that you can focus on that you are grateful for. Not everything in your life is absolutely horrible, right? Like, there are good people in your life. There are good things in your life. But it's almost like you're blind to that, because all you see, it's like this tunnel vision of all these problems that you've got going on. And you've got to take your mindset out of that in order for you to really begin to pick apart all these issues and learn to walk away, right? Release and change what's going on in your life. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the clarifier cards. Okay. So we have the Nine of Cups here, and the Nine of Cups is like a wish, right? Like a goal. I feel like even though there are things going on in your life that are really overwhelming for you, it doesn't mean that you don't have the goal to get out of that situation, or to find balance within your mental health, or to solve these issues one at a time, or fight back with your anxiety, or whatever it is. You want that, right? You want that new beginning, right? The Ace of Pentacles, that's the new beginning of a stability that is kind of like a level up, right? A glow up, if you will. And I see you wanting that, and I feel like some of you are kind of in this pessimistic attitude of, this is what you want and this is what you want to manifest, but you not only don't know how to go about it, you don't understand how to get yourself out of this frame of mind, this energy, right? And I feel like has a lot to do with your indecision of not being able to follow through with things, which can be a common issue, when you have, anxiety or depression, right? Follow through. I think that's one of the biggest things that hurts you is you haven't allowed yourself to get out of that mode long enough in order for you to be able to think clearly, right? Because the Two of Swords, that's about making a decision, but it's in reverse, and it's the inability to make a decision. It's having so much anxiety that you don't know what to do, but you need to just settle on something and try it. And if it doesn't work, figure something else out and try it. And life is just, a fickle game. It's just all about trial and error, right? And, by focusing on one thing at a time, you will grow, and you will begin to move past all of this and find that lust for life, that compassion in your heart, and that forgiveness. You'll have the ability to open your heart, because right now I feel like your heart chakra is just totally closed up, and your third eye is closed, and you just don't know what to do. Your chakras are all mixed up, right? And you got to find balance. You got to find a way to balance all of these issues in life and take care of yourself first and foremost. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, right, if you don't have that self-care, you're not going to be able to give your all to each of these situations that need to be solved. So really, this is about self-care. This is about self-love and self-worth. This is about opening your heart to, the divine energy to, heal you. Call upon your angels. Call upon, your God. Find that support. For some of you, I feel like it might be time to reach out and try and find support to help. If this is not something that you feel that you can do on your own, then find somebody that can help you. Right? That could be a counselor, that could be a friend, a family member. It's about finding somebody that you can trust to really help you sort out all these thoughts and all these emotions, and to really bring that lust for life back, to be able to heal. I feel like there's a lot of healing that needs to be done here. And I feel like you're denying the fact that you need to heal, and you're just going on about life like nothing's wrong. And it's self-destructive. You're being self-destructive. And this is of your own cause, because you're not wanting to heal. You're not wanting to actually follow through. You'll talk about it. You'll want it. You'll obsess about it. But you won't actually do it. Some of you will. Some of you just need this push to say, you know what? I need to find some support. And that's all it takes. Because you have every bit of capability to find that balance. And for these issues to begin to go away and to fade away into the past, and for you to find that lust for life. I know what it feels like to have the whole world raining down on you. It's not easy. Not by any means. But if it's a time for you to reach out to get support, to help with some of these issues, right? You don't have to do everything yourself. That's what family is for. That's what friends are for. That's what professionals are for. Whatever your situation is, you don't have to go through this life alone. And you shouldn't. But you have to let people in. You have to open your heart to somebody to help you with these issues. Because this is totally attainable. Being able to have that victory over your mental activities, victory over your responsibilities. But you have to decide, right? You have to decide, and you have to follow through. You have to follow through in order to change, in order to get over that hump that you're in, right? This is not a mountain. This is a molehill. We'll just say that for positive purposes, right? This is a molehill. So let's get over that hump, right? The 8, 9, 10. 10 is completion. You're almost there, but you just need to decide to figure out like what you need for your situation, what is going to be for your highest benefit. It's all about follow through. It's all about follow through if you want to build this new beginning for yourself, this new sense of stability and wholeness, and that balance that you seek, that victory, that health over your mind, over your body, over your responsibilities in life. This is totally attainable. But you have to figure out how you're going to do that, how you're going to deal with that, of all these things that are overwhelming you, of this world crashing down on you. How are you going to figure that out? Does that mean support? Does that mean not doing it alone? Does that mean opening your heart, right? This is what you need to work on, opening your heart. Forgiveness, loving yourself enough to know that you can get there. You just have to decide. That's all it is. All change is one decision away. Every day is a new day to wake up and change. There's absolutely no excuse to stay in this self-destructive state. So do what you need to do already. Open your heart. Embody the Princess of Cups. Embody the energy and the frequency of the rose quartz. Find that love again. And by finding that love in life again, all of this is going to become past. This will all be in your past, and you will find that balance and health that you seek over your mind and body and spirit. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope I didn't upset you too bad. My intention is to truly channel the divine to help you, to really help you, and to be honest with you. Okay? So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you like this reading and if you would like to see more. All right, have a great one. Okay, pile number 2. We have citrine here. Citrine is one of my favorites. It is about personal power. It's about your solar plexus chakra. It's about abundance, right? Abundance in life, your relationship with abundance, your relationship with money, with power, with self-worth, self-love. It's about your confidence, right? Your motivation in life, your identity, your ego, right? The solar plexus, your ego. How you govern your power. So this pile number 2 is all about, your personal power and your relationship to abundance. So let's go ahead and get started with our questions first. So, who you are in private. This is the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is gentle. She's loving. She's compassionate. She has a beautiful heart and soul. She's not only, has outward beauty, but she has inner beauty too. She's a good person and she means well, right? We have the 3 of Swords here, how you are in public. This is betrayal. This is tyranny. This is being stabbed in the heart. Somebody, or maybe even quite a few people, have a very negative opinion about you. They don't see this. What they see does not match up with who you truly are at the core. You are somebody's enemy. I'm hearing maturity. I'm just like, maybe somebody is just like super immature, and they think that everybody's out to get them, and one of those people could be you. And it has nothing to do with you. It's a reflection of themselves, right? This is you. You are the Queen of Cups. You are the mother. You are the divine. But for some reason, that is not being translated into the public. We have the Two of Pentacles here, which you need to work on. This is about balance. This is about stability, right? Juggling all your responsibilities, stepping carefully and planning carefully. Being able to keep your emotional self, at bay, right? The balance of the light and dark within you. So by what, working on, excuse me, I'm tongue-tied here. So with what you need to be working on in the Two of Pentacles, it's about balancing yourself, right? Finding that balance within to be able to basically have your inner world translate into your outer world. So let's go ahead and get some clarity on that. So we have the Three of Wands here reversed, and I noticed this card as well as the Magician, and I really feel like this has to do with the energy that you're trying to manifest something. It could be you really trying to manifest people having like a good opinion about you instead of like this, maybe it was something you did and it was just interpreted very wrongly, or it was a mistake that you made, that you had good intentions, but it just didn't work out that way. And I feel like you want to reverse that in a sense, right? You want to manifest something good into your life, right? A desire, like a wish, right? But the problem is we have the Eight of Cups here, and we see this guy and he's sitting there. He has a bunch of cups around him. Not all of them are spilt, but there's so much sorrow, there's so much pain there, right? I feel like you never intended for the outcome to be that. I'm really attracted to this guy in the middle here. I view him as like a leader or a boss of some sort. Maybe, you had to make a tough decision and you knew that it was, the right thing to do, because the Queen of Cups is very intuitive. But just for some reason, it's just you are being seen as the bad guy. I get that you feel bad about what went on, or for some reason you're having some type of poverty consciousness, right? Either way, you're not seeing the cups that you still have left. All you're focused on is whatever happened, or the manifestation that is not coming into fruition. If you've been using the law of attraction, your intentions, your emotion, to manifest something, right? A victory. The Six of Wands is being victorious. You have to get out of this poverty consciousness mindset. You have to begin to see all the good that you still have left in your life and pick up from there. You can't please everybody. There are going to be people who don't like you, and that is okay. It is okay that people don't like you. Honestly, in my opinion, I feel if you don't have somebody that hates on you, then you're doing something wrong. You're being a people pleaser, because you can't please everybody in life. You're going to upset somebody. You're going to make somebody angry at some point. But being able to balance these emotions that you have and, in a sense, justify, right, your actions, that whatever, you know, and really kind of getting yourself over that hump, that emotional hump with whatever's going on in your life, that's when you're going to begin to start manifesting your intentions. You will find people who don't have this opinion of you, but you have to let go of the past. You have to let go of this poverty mindset that you're in, this guilt or shame, right? Because right now, you don't have that balance to manifest. You want that wish to come true, but it's not coming true. You can't change people. You can change yourself, but you can't control the actions of somebody else or what they think or feel. But you can't let that get to you. You have to be able to just balance your life and recognize and accept the light and dark shadows of yourself. That everybody makes mistakes, or that you knew that it was the right thing to do, even though you were seen as the bad guy. Right? It could be kicking your kid out of the house because, he doesn't want to get a job, or, she's doing this or that, and you're like, not in my house, right? Like, it could be anything in your life, but you have to be able to find balance with your responsibilities, with your stability, and really take care of yourself, because you juggle a lot, and you have to keep all those balls up in the air. So you can't keep allowing yourself to feel any type of guilt or shame or poverty consciousness, because when you're trying to manifest change into your life, right, which is totally possible. We have the Magician here. We even have the Three of Wands, which is about wanting something, about wishing for something to manifest, the energy, putting the energy into it. But it's not going to work out if you're going to continue to not see the good that you still have left in your life. If you want to get over this hump, this molehill, and become victorious and really kind of conquer these evils in your life, to get that strength, that drive, that victory, accomplishment. You can manifest everything if you are in balance. Your emotions, your body, your mind, your energy. There are infinite possibilities, and I feel like being the Queen of Cups, you have that intuition, that intuitive ability to really foresee into the future of what you want your life to be like, of what you know you deserve, and what you know is going to come for you. You are a good person, and it's okay that not everybody thinks that way. They are coming from their own triggers and their own trauma and their own reflection of their inner world. It's not about you. But don't let that get you so down that you can't manifest what you want in your life. You have to find that balance. You have to keep all the balls up in the air. You have to carefully step around all the snakes, all the people out to deceive you, out to take advantage of you, to accept your light and dark side. To know that by allowing yourself to maintain balance and stability, that you can overcome anything. You can get through anything, one step at a time. Okay? So definitely, we have citrine here. This is about your relationship with abundance. This is about your personal power. Take your power back. You are allowing them to take your power. Just knock that out and get back to business. Okay? Thank you for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope I didn't upset anybody. But if I did, I hope that you can find value. All right? Thank you, and hope to see you next time. All right. Pile number 3. So we have raw specimen here of opal. And opal is a stone that amplifies traits, right? It's a karmic stone, right? Kind of like an eye for an eye a little bit. It represents justice and harmony, though. It's not out to get you. It's meant to bring back balance, universal balance with whatever is going on. So the cool thing about opal is it contains anywhere from 5 to 20% of water, right? And so it's not one of those stones that is going to last forever. Eventually it's going to basically dehydrate, and it'll become brittle, and it will lose its hardness, and it will begin to crack. So a lot of the fire opals out there, the reflections in it are cracks. And that's where the color comes from. So being a karmic stone, and the fact that this stone basically loses its hardness over time and kind of dehydrates a lot of that water that's already in the stone, I feel like if there are ever lies or anything you did to somebody, it can come to light, right? I don't feel like secrets are secret, really. I don't believe in secrets. I feel like just like the light of the moon, just like the sun rises each day and the moon rises at each night, the truth will come out. It will be illuminated, right? And being a karmic stone, it amplifies. So I feel like this is about reflecting on your life and how you translate your truth into the world and how that affects other people. So let's go ahead and get started. So, who you are in private. We have the Princess of Swords. The Princess of Swords is... I feel like the Princess of Swords is mentally immature. This is somebody that doesn't have a lot of wisdom, that is still trying to figure things out in life. They may or may not have had a good example growing up, so it's kind of like... which end of the spectrum, right? It could be, kind of in a positive, growth mindset, or it could be in a very negative poverty consciousness mindset. So the Five of Pentacles, what you are showing to the public, right? You're showing that, that you don't have anything, that you are a victim, that this could be somebody who's homeless. This could be somebody who's going through really hard times. This is, somebody that could be manipulating, right? Because the Princess of Swords is kind of that immature end, right? More childlike. So this could be manipulating other people, that you are more down and out than you really are. This is somebody that could be painfully honest. I'm really attracted to the sun here. illumination, truth, sight. This is somebody who could be, telling about some of the things that are going on into their life and really revealing some of the hardships that they're going through. We have the Lovers here, right? What do you need to work on? I really feel like this is about balance of opposites. This is about relationships, right? The Lovers. You could be in a relationship that is really causing this poverty in your life. But I feel like being the Princess of Swords, you don't know any better. I don't know, this could be, ignorant to healthy boundaries. This could be, ignorant to healthy relationships. And please understand, ignorance is not the same as stupidity, right? You don't know what you don't know, right? And that's ignorance. Stupidity is, just being stupid. I don't really have an exact definition for you, but I just don't feel like this, for some of you, it might just be pure stupidity of just really kind of taking advantage of people. And, there could be a relationship that's attached to that. Or it could just simply, be, the ignorance of not understanding that the person that you're with is abusive and manipulative and really causing this really down and out period of your life. This could be somebody who is finally starting to speak up in the very beginning stages, or even thinking about speaking up about some of the hardships that are going on. And now things are being brought to light about a relationship or about the balance that you have within, about, your light and dark self. So let's go ahead and get a clarifier. Okay. So I feel like for a lot of you, this definitely has to do with a relationship that you're in. The Prince of Cups, he is very immature. He's very manipulative. He's not emotionally intelligent at all. And he could really overpower the emotions of, the princess and really control her mind in order for her to be in this down and out period. We have Temperance here, which is a total imbalance. For a lot of you here, you are being taken advantage of by somebody in your life, most likely a lover, and you just don't understand, or you don't want to admit. There even could be some type of cognitive dissonance in there, right? This person is not good for you. This person is causing you to lie, to cheat, to hit rock bottom, any one of these issues. But people know that this is an abusive relationship. People know that this is not okay. And, you probably don't want to admit it. You need to work on your relationships. What does love mean to you? Love is kind. Love is pure. Love is beautiful. Love is not pain. Love is not manipulation. Love is not taking advantage of other people, calling your family for money, or, going out and flying a sign, or taking advantage of people in some way. This person has no business being with somebody like you, because you are so much better than that. And we have the Stone of Karma here. You have to really be careful of what you're putting out into this world and how you are allowing this person to control you and the imbalance that they are causing you. This stone amplifies what's going on. If you're doing something bad or shady or dishonest, you can best bet that it is going to come back to you. This is a Stone of Karma. your lies, they will be revealed. Your manipulations that this person is making you do, which technically you're choosing to do, because I still hear the term cognitive dissonance. You know, for some of you, this person knows that you're too stupid to see who he really is. You don't want to admit that because you're so obsessed, or you're so into your lover and a soulmate. I really hope you don't think this person is your soulmate. Oh my goodness, I really hope you don't. Please don't be anybody out there that thinks this person is your soulmate. Because that's not okay. That is not something that train of thought needs to go any further. A lot of you are in an abusive relationship where somebody is trying to control you. You could be manipulating other people. For some of you, I hear sex worker. I don't feel like that's a big percentage for you. Who is taking advantage of you, whether it's for money or not? Who is taking advantage of you? Who is manipulating you? Who is taking advantage of your naivety? I feel it's time to use that foresight, that beautiful mind of yours, to really begin to analyze what's going on in your life and really get down to the truth of what's going on, because this is a very general reading, so this is going to be for thousands of people, and not everything in this reading is going to relate to you, but the one main theme is, what are you not recognizing? What are you too ignorant to see? You don't know what you don't know, right? That has to do with relationships. That has to do with somebody who is manipulating you emotionally, who's bringing a complete imbalance into your life. Who is taking advantage of you? Who is causing this poverty in your life? It's not you. So, be precise in how you communicate. Make sure that you speak truth. Don't lie, don't manipulate. Don't try and take advantage of somebody else. Be clear in your verbal and written communication so that you can't be misunderstood. I feel like that's with this person right here. Being honest about what's going on and be like, hey, this is not working. This is not healthy. Because I just feel like karma's going to come and bite you in the butt if you don't begin to become clear on what's going on and clear about your needs. This is about your needs, your worth, your self-love. So why are you allowing this person or this situation to take your power and to drive you into the grave? You need to take a hard look about your relationship with love and how people should be treating you. Take a relationship class. Take healthy boundaries, courses, or, whatever. Go see a counselor. An intervention needs to be made that has to deal with your relationship to relationships and how you love and how you let people love you. So get clear, because this is not okay. This situation, this person that's in your life, they don't care what happens to you. They don't care if this is how you end up. They will move on to their next victim. So start understanding that this is not okay, and that you're smarter than this and you're better than this. You have that foresight. You have that clarity. You are totally capable of recognizing what's going on here and allowing yourself, giving yourself that gift of truth. Right? Look at that bird. He sees you. He sees the truth. So let that be your guide. Let that animal spirit be your guide. You are not alone. You have your ancestors. You have your angels. You have the support of friends, of family. You have the support of professionals if they've all left due to this person right here. Start finding ways to deal with this, because you can't let it continue. Okay? So I hope I didn't upset you too much, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you liked your reading and you would like to see another one, please subscribe and have a blessed one. Thank you. All right, guys, pile number 4. So we will start out with green adventuring. And so green adventuring is also linked to the solar plexus chakra. And that the solar plexus chakra is all about your identity, right? Your personality, your ego, right? How you govern your power. Adventuring calms negative emotions such as anger. It helps release negativity from your body, right, and spirit to bring back harmony into your life. This is also, a good stone for the heart chakra. And, this is about, your love for yourself, for others, your compassion, all of that. And what I feel like for pile number 4, I feel like this really relates to your personality, your identity, right? Who you are, what you have built. I feel like this deals with emotions, right? The heart. How you've dealt with your emotions over the years. Have you been angry? Have you been calm? Negative, positive? And how you've been able to deal with that in life, and how you've been able to find balance with that, and how that translates into your personality, into your ego, and how that is shown to the world. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. So, who you are in private. We have the 5 of Wands. That's obviously conflict, right? This is an inner fight that you're going through. How you are in public. The High Priestess is, intuitive and mysterious, and being able to manifest their desires. It could mean spirituality. You could be somebody who is very spiritual on the outside, but has a lot of conflict and anger on the inside. So the 5 is always about change. And this is about a change in your energy. And this could mean your energy fluctuates, your behavior fluctuates. You could have outbursts of anger, right? We have the Wands, which is energy. Energy can be very passionate, which could be on the good end of the spectrum or the bad end of the spectrum. But either way, you don't show that to people. You show them that you're just this spiritual being who's got their stuff together, and you don't let people know that there's a huge battle raging on the inside of you. For the Hierophant here, what do you need to work on? I feel like you need to work on your spirituality, actually work on your spirituality. and what you believe, and your wisdom, the teachings, your higher self, your higher power, and really kind of getting in tune with that, because you are not being authentic, I feel like, pretty much in the least bit, to hardly anyone in your life. I just don't feel like many people know about this inner conflict in your life. This could be something with social media, right? You could have a totally fake personality on social media that people think you're just like, somebody that has all these awesome spiritual memes and, all that stuff, but they don't see the real you. You won't let them see the real you. But I just don't feel like you're actually that spiritual. I feel like you do it for attention, We've got the solar plexus energy of the green adventuring, which is ego. I feel like you're very ego driven, and you just want people to see a certain picture, paint a certain picture of yourself. But there's just no base to that. There's no substance. So let's get a clarifier here. Okay. Yeah. Judgment, devil. I feel like this is about reckoning. I feel like this is about karma. I feel like you have a lot of really toxic traits, and that you don't want anybody to know that. You want people to think that you're perfect, that you're all spiritual, and there's just absolutely no substance about it. There's no depth there. It is all a facade. It is all for show. We have the Four of Pentacles, like hoarding your abundance, showing off, all your little qualifications, your degrees, your knowledge, your profession, right? You want to be in control. But I feel like people recognize that. You try and reach out to people, and people are like, I don't think so. Something's not right. But I feel like you're so consistent with your message that it's really difficult for people to tell how much of a toxic person you are. But that's going to come to light. There is going to be an awakening, and people are going to begin to see just how fake you are, and that you have absolutely no substance going on. Whatever personality you're putting out into the world, people are going to begin to recognize just how toxic you are. This is I hear swollen ego. And I feel like you really need to start giving back to people and stop focusing so much on yourself and how important you are, or really start focusing on this inner conflict that you've got going on here. I feel like your world is going to start spinning on your head. And people are going to be able to see this negativity, this poverty consciousness, this toxicity. Judgment. Rebirth yourself. Rebirth yourself into your authenticity. If this is a person that you don't like, well, then fix it. Fix these inner conflicts that are going on. Go get counseling. Talk to somebody. Be yourself. Be authentic. Because there's no substance here. You need to begin to trust your higher self, your higher power. Get out of this ego-centered consciousness that you're in, and really open your eyes. Awaken to your negative programs, your toxic traits. Because I feel like this fight is not only unnecessary, but you're hurting people because of it. This is not you. This is you. And if this is who you want to be, well then how are you going to bring those two personalities together to make something that is more authentically you? This could be what you show the world, because this is how you want to be, because you don't want to deal with this inner conflict, this inner fight, these inner demons that you've got. Stop running. Stop fighting. Tap into your higher self, your guides, your angels, your God, and figure out how you can fix it. I feel like this is a wake-up call for you to stop running, to embrace your authenticity, your light and your shadow self. It's okay to have inner conflict. Everybody has inner conflict. But I feel like you're ignoring it. I feel like you're completely disconnected from spirit because you won't allow yourself to deal with this inner conflict. Right? Green adventuring calms negative emotions such as anger, releases negativity from your body, from your spirit, to bring back harmony. You need to bring back harmony into your life. You need to bring back your belief system. You need to bring back your faith. Because if this is who you want to be, if this is who you're striving to be, then you need to heal that. You need to wake up and say, enough is enough. I am no longer going to be chained to this situation anymore, to this state of mind. I am in control, not this devil. I am free. I am not chained. Conserve your energy. This is a time of reflection. You know, your past can start creeping up on you if you do not reflect, if you do not go inward and reveal what you're running from and deal with what you're running from, and finally heal it so your inside will match your outside. But you have to connect back with spirit. You have to connect back with your faith. Because this is fake. You're not being authentic. Judgment is also a card of self-reflection. How are you going to really recognize? Right? By sitting and reflecting, by shining the light on all the darkest spots, by resurrecting yourself out of this funk that you're in. This is a cycle of life, death, and rebirth. It is time for you to rebirth yourself, to let this part of you die, to heal that part of you so you can rebirth into your intention, to allow yourself the connection back with spirit, back with your faith, perhaps even your religion. You know, this is a new opportunity for you. This is a new opportunity for you to get rid of those toxic programs, those insecurities, the chains that you have allowed yourself to continue while you ignore, while you show everybody that nothing's wrong. Right? So I hope this helped. Thank you for joining me today. I hope I didn't upset you too much. But if you liked the video, please subscribe. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you. All right, pile number 5. Last but not least, we have the clear quartz here. And the clear quartz is a wonderful stone for manifestation and amplification. It's good for focus. It's programmable with your intentions. And it can be extremely healing for people. So I feel like this reading has to do with the way you manifest, and how you focus, and how you use the law of attraction with your intentions and your beliefs. So let's go ahead and get started with our questions today. So who you are in private. We have the Chariot here. And for some of you, I feel like you are very balanced inside. You can handle your light and darkness, and you're on a mission. You're goal-oriented. You're ready to go. You have your sights, your plan, and you're ready to go. For some of you, I feel like this could be more about your mental health and how you handle your mental health. You know, the ups and the downs. I feel like the downs can, very easily take the reins, take the lead. If you allow it to. But for the most part, you try and stay focused, you try and stay balanced, and you try and accomplish the goal that you have set out. We have the Princess of Pentacles here. And the princess, who you are in public, I feel like people see you as motivated. People see you willing to learn, willing to grow. Somebody who's working on their stability, right? We have goal orientation here. This could be working on the stability of your mental health. This could be working on the goal of, some type of career goal or schooling. But for the most part, I feel like you do pretty good on the inside to try and work towards manifesting your desires. The 7 of Wands, what you need to work on. I feel like sometimes you can be really defensive. I feel sometimes you have a hard time picking and choosing your battles, setting priorities, perhaps keeping on track, time management, managing the different energies around you. I'm also hearing fight or flight mode. So this could be starting over. This could be somebody who has faced a trauma in the past, who is really making the effort to heal and balance that emotional chaos, maybe even within them, to build their life back up. But I feel like either way, you're very determined and you're very set on your goals. But you kind of need to work on how you handle the energies and how maybe defensive you are. So let's go ahead and get some clarifiers. All right. So the Queen of Swords reversed. If this is somebody in your life, this is somebody who is extremely mentally manipulative, who's mentally abusive. I feel like they affected your world. This could be a parent, a mother figure. somebody who really took the life out of you, really kind of or really kind of pushed you into a depression. I feel like if this is a person in your life that you are able to resonate with, this is healing from that trauma that you faced. And with the fight or flight mode, it's just continuing to heal. It's continuing to allow yourself to believe that people aren't out to get you, that people aren't out to hurt you. You don't have to defend yourself. With the Chariot, in regards to mental health and being able to control, the light and dark sides of yourself. That could be, your joy and your happiness and your motivation and your depression and anxiety and, just being absolutely overwhelmed. And that's, common with somebody who's gone through a lot of trauma and who's dealt with a lot of anxiety and depression in their life. But I feel like this is a new start for you. You're moving away from that, and you have goals in mind. You have dreams and wishes in mind, and you are working towards that. I also feel like if this is not a person in your life, with the Queen of Swords reversed, this could mean not having the right intentions. This could mean being manipulative in some way, which is something that needs to end. Honesty, the light, needs to really allow the balance of that darkness. We all have darkness. We, at some point in our lives, and most of us have lied and manipulated in some way to achieve a goal. I feel like if that's going on here, it's going to put you into a place that I don't feel is going to work out quite as well as you expected. And I feel like it might bring upon some sort of sorrow or poverty consciousness of not being able to really see what's going on. Also, don't let your drive make you miss out on life, to where you're so focused on one thing that you can't see the beauty around you. You can't see the love and the friends, the nature, Mother Earth. So make sure you're allowing yourself to have that break, to have that fun and bring about that balance. That nature and compassion really can provide for you. I feel like for a lot of you, you still have a long way to go, but you're comfortable with that because you have a plan. I also feel like make sure that you are following what you love, your passion, your goals. Because the Four of Cups is about boredom. It's about stagnation, disillusion, right? Make sure that you're following your passion and not doing something because the money's okay or whatever, but you really don't have any type of drive or passion for, if you're going to school or something like that, which could be what this was talking about, about manipulation, right? The Queen of Swords reversed. If this isn't a person in your life, this is perhaps trying to manipulate your future to where you have a certain income or a certain type of stability. So just make sure you are passionate about what you are trying to manifest, that new beginning that you're trying to manifest, that whatever you want to come into fruition. So make sure that's not something you're going to get bored with quickly, or that's really going to ultimately stagnate you in life, or dissatisfy you in any way. I feel like you're very adaptable, and I feel like you have a lot of balance. I feel like you have a lot of emotional intelligence. And you have the capability of reflecting on your goals and how you want to build your life. The Queen of Swords reversed. If this was a person, perhaps this is doing something that this person wanted you to do, that, or following somebody else's expectations, but their expectations of you did not come from a pure or unconditional love. This could be about finding your identity. The Princess of Pentacles. Finding what you want out in life. Finding out who you are. What kind of stability, what kind of life do you want to build? You don't have to fight anybody to figure out what you're passionate about. All you have to do is decide and then lead the way. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this message. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this reading helped, and I hope to see you next time. So please subscribe. Thank you.